I'm going to go ahead and call to order the Board of Supervisors of the Community Development District, Venetian Community Development District. It's Monday, August 10th at 9:30 in the morning. Supervisors present are Cindy Sneezek, Cheryl Harmon-Tarana, and Jill Pizarnik. Ken Smaha, Supervisor Ken Smaha is on the phone, so this time I'd like a motion to allow Ken to participate by phone.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Welcome, Ken.
Thank you.
All righty, no problem. And then for the record, also present is Leah Warner, soon to be the River Club General Manager. Keith Livermore, our field manager, and audience members are present. With that, I'm going to go ahead and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance and then we'll do public comment.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty. So, public comment. Let's see. First up, we have Gary Wine. Go for it, Gary.
Hello, Gary Wine, 221 Portofino. I just want to restate that I am appreciative of your consideration for the filling of the vacant seat, if you so choose that way. I'm also here to answer any questions you may have in the formulation of the recommendation for the golf cart that will be on the agenda later. Just a quick summary, it turned out it was not intentional. I did not look for the cheapest, and I looked for one who was the most. It turns out the lowest priced unit was the one that also fit our aspects the best. I also offered an alternative in Yamaha, which is a little bit heavier duty. However, the one that I'm recommending is narrow, so it easily fits through our fence gates without any modifications, but far to be able to go. It's also light, and I would like to point out that the frame on this one versus all the others I was able to look at is made out of aluminum, which should hold up better with the environment that we have here in the United States. We looked at Club Car, which is what I'm recommending, Yamaha, which would be my second recommendation. I eliminated Cushman, which is part of EasyGo, that's Textron, even though it was a little bit lighter, because the closest Cushman facility was at Fort Myers. So I eliminated them, and they were a little bit higher priced. I eliminated John Deere because it was just way too heavy duty, way too expensive, but it would really look cool. Okay. And then there was one more I forgot already that I looked at. But anyway,
Okay, thank you.
we went through the process of elimination, and I passed on to you a short spreadsheet showing that we were looking at turning radiuses, all kinds of things that we needed for the function for this purpose of the tennis courts. So anyway, that's enough.
Okay.
Good luck, guys.
Great, thank you,
Gary.
thank you very much,
Appreciate it.
appreciate it. Next we have Joyce Olson.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Joyce Olson, and by now you probably know that I reside at 278 Martelaco Drive. The message that I want to share with the board today is reflective of the sentiments of many of the people who reached out to you over the past month regarding fitness fees. Good morning. Thank you for listening to the voices of the residents regarding the proposed user-fee fitness classes. We especially want to thank you for deciding not to move forward with the proposal at this time. We believe that this decision demonstrates that you are listening to the people you represent, and we truly appreciate that. We also want to emphasize that our goal was never to be oppositional or resistant to change. We want the same thing that you do, a strong, effective, and financially responsible fitness program that serves this community well. So rather than continue to focus on whether residents should pay a user fee, we hope that we can now focus on how we can work together to make the fitness program here at the Venetian Golf and River Club even better. We would welcome the opportunity for residents, the fitness committee, staff, and the board to work side by side to look at class offerings, participation ratio, scheduling, instructor costs, and opportunities for improvement. We believe there are solutions we can find together that are both fiscally responsible and responsive to our residents. Thank you for listening, for hearing our concerns, and for being willing to work with us. We look forward to turning this conversation into a partnership and building a fitness program that our entire community can be proud of. I thank each of you for your service to our community, and thank you for listening to our voices.
Thank you, Joyce. It's always nice to hear. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll get out in a minute. Pat Apollonia?
Morning. This is a topic you've heard repeatedly. Jonas for tennis is a failure. It's gotten worse in the last, I'd say, year, particularly since January. I'll spare you the details because you've heard them all, but now something even worse has happened. We have only some people randomly get a capture. Identify the crosswalks, find the buses, but only they get it. So already somebody has not gotten a tennis court because it knocks you out of there. If you're the only one that has to do this. We're not getting court confirmations still. There's a multiple of issues. If it's a financial reason, I would say the majority, if not all tennis players would choose to go back to club essentials. If it's a financial reason, we can't, that's one thing. But if we have to stick with Jonas, there's gotta be some way to get these things fixed. So, thank you.
We are diligently working on that in the racket sports.
Okay.
I want you to know that. I just don't have enough detail to bring it into the board yet.
Thank you, Cindy, for that.
Do you have tennis courts at Kingsgate?
We do, but they're on a completely different system.
System. Okay. What do you use? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I can find out. And I can look more into the Jonas issues.
The Jonas issue that we have is the version that we're on. So you can maybe start with that one, Leah, because I do know we're on a different version than most people are. Yeah, and I don't know why Vesta would have made that decision. So historically, I don't know the details behind that, but I do know that every time we've talked to Jonas, they said, well, you are on XYZ system. So, and I don't know if that is impacting it, but I do agree with Pat, there's been the situation where people have now been getting the, hey, select the lights, the stop lights, the stop signs, that kind of thing, but it doesn't happen to everybody.
That's the problem.
That's the problem, it's not consistent.
Okay,
So-
well, all right, cool.
All right.
I know a couple of people came in late, so if anybody needs to announce, no, go on. No others?
Just a quick note.
Yep,
I made
For-
reservations.
for the record, Moreno McCormick.
McCormick, 125 Martellado.
Okay,
I just made reservations in the dining. And again, we're not getting a confirmation.
okay,
That's it.
okay, thank you, that's helpful.
It's random. I have the same
Okay.
thing with lap lanes, Leah. I get them, I don't get them.
Oh, okay.
So,
all
but
right.
this also could be a switch with our personal server, with the email distribution because of the outage that we had a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I know that's happened in the past.
Okay, all righty, so,
I just start there. Anyway.
okay, so with that, I'm gonna close out public comment. And just say before we jump, we're gonna go quickly through the big meeting agenda that we have, just for everybody in the audience. We have a couple supervisors here who have very hard stops. So we're gonna kind of zip through the agenda pretty quickly, as quickly as we can. So we have no committee reports and no staff reports. I'm gonna move right on to item 6, business items. 6A, which is the review, discussion, and approval of advisory committee charters. So I think we decided we're gonna handle that.
The charters they have been distributed, they're in the agenda.
Yes.
The only difference is the revised RSAT charter was distributed on July 16th, and then Cindy also sent it out again.
Okay.
The difference is the new one should have 5 members, just like every other committee, rather than 7. So with that, all of the charters are the same format. The difference is the mission and the objectives of the committee.
Okay.
But this gives us a template to start from, and I would move for approval of these charters as they are written.
Okay, I'll second it. Any discussion?
Yeah, I noticed one thing, Cheryl, on the landscape committee had a clause in it that I thought might be appropriate for facilities and rackets. And that was in the mission. I'm trying to find it. So, well, work with the general manager of the River Club, who will obtain cost estimates and recommend work for review and presentation to the board. It seems like that would apply to facilities and rackets pretty strongly as well.
But to me, that doesn't belong in a mission statement at all. A mission statement's a mission statement. Those are tactics.
Yeah, this one was field manager. And it was in landscape because of the number of little issues we continually get that we rely on the field manager for. It's not for big projects, so I can take that out of here. Actually, it might make more sense to take it out of landscape.
Yeah, I think so.
I would.
Yeah, I'd be more comfortable with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Either
maybe,
way.
yes, maybe I'll just say at this point, I've talked to a couple of people on my committee, social and dining, about it. I'm really keen that we ensure that the good work that the committees do are helpful to Leah, but at the same time not overwhelming, because you'll need to determine for yourself, how the interaction goes.
Right.
So
And that's why this one was not focused on Leah. It's
yeah,
focused on Keith.
it's not a River Club committee.
Correct. Because
Yeah.
landscape and Keith actually are very tightly connected. That's why this one was in there.
Yeah,
And I would like to reiterate the fact that some of these missions do have the River Club management included in these. I think it should be more advisory to the board and not to River Club management.
Mhm.
We don't need to change that now, Cheryl. We can approve these and then modify them at a later date so we can get them approved for Leah. But I think the direction should be more of advisory to the Board of Supervisors.
So if it's
So
okay,
that's
then
fine.
I would like to leave that last bullet in landscape, only
Okay.
because Keith really is an adjunct to the landscape committee.
understood.
We can't function.
You
without
okay
him.
with that, Ken?
Yes,
Okay, so
I
we'll
just
go.
wanted consistency.
So as edited, I guess.
That's fine.
right?
Okay.
That's fine, I understand the difference.
So approve as edited.
I approve as stands with exception of
Yeah.
Marsac being
There's
five.
no editing.
Okay, got it, okay. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Okay, all right, good. The second item, which is 6B, for the record, it's a discussion regarding golf cart ID program for the River Club. We're going to defer that, A, for time purposes, but B, it'll give us a chance to chat with Leah and get her input on what that looks like. So we're going to defer that to the 24th or later, depending on how heavy that August 24th agenda gets. So moving on to item 6C, which is a discussion and update regarding landscape proposal for the River Club entry. We did discuss this in the workshop, just for the record. Handing it over to you.
Sure. There are two options that were presented, and this is from the large roundabout on Veneto all the way to the River Club. And the difference in the options are the first one leaves the Shady Ladies along the islands coming up to the River Club. The second option removes the Shady Ladies and replaces them with two triple foxtails. The board discussion has been to continue with keeping the Shady Ladies and keeping them trimmed, since they're coming in so nicely and beautifully, and moving forward with the first proposal, which does involve bringing a crane in. So everybody needs to be aware, it'll be a very large crane and a very large triple Sylvester going in the middle of the big island. And so that price is $122,902. So I would make a motion to approve the first option on this presentation.
And I would second that.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all the
Thank
work. Oh, good grief. So 6D, review and approval of a golf cart purchase. And I want to make sure we also discuss for the record,
Yes.
the old one.
Yes,
So I'm
so
going to turn it over to you.
so Gary Wine did a substantial amount of research on these golf carts. And we concluded that the Club Cart XRT 800 was going to be the best option with the lithium battery. And you heard a little bit about what Gary had to say about the other options, and this really seems to be the best fit for us at this point. So I would like to make a motion to accept the Club Cart XRT 800 with a not to exceeds of $13,500, which would include that lithium battery. And not surplusing the existing golf cart.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. We're sailing right along here. 6E, discussion and approval of next steps regarding River Club roof. I'll turn that over to you again, Cheryl.
Sure. So we talked in the workshop about options, including doing a preliminary tear off and waterproof, or moving forward. I would like to move that we move forward with the ARIS proposal to do the bid specifications and the pre-bid and selection process, and contract with them with a not to exceed $11,000 for that part of the project to get moving. The biggest issue is if we do the tear off and waterproofing and we select a different vendor, we're gonna have to redo it because nobody's gonna stand by somebody else's work. So, and Tim is here. Tim, I don't know if you have anything you want to add to that. Okay,
No, that's accurate.
so,
Okay, and then on that,
Cheryl,
yes.
go ahead, Ken.
I just want to understand, what's the rationale behind the tear off and then waiting?
Yeah, what we had talked about is because hurricane season is upon us and we're having some leaks, that you could do the first part of the roof replacement, which is tear off the shingles, re-waterproof everything on the roof, and then you could wait until the bid was done to come in and do the tiling. The problem is if you don't select the same vendor, we're gonna have a problem because nobody's gonna stand by somebody else's work on doing the tear off and waterproofing. So in discussion during the workshop, we decided we better just to move forward with ARIS, do the RFQ, get the proposals out and the specifications out and get started on the whole process for the roof. Does that make sense, Ken?
Yeah, thank you.
So I have a question about the ARIS and the $11,000. It's more informational than anything else. Would the $11,000 then go to reserves since that is technically an investment in the roof itself, or does that go to the bottom line? Does that get operational?
It should not be operational.
Okay.
It should get put to reserves with the rest of the project.
Okay,
That's how we're
just
doing
for
it.
clarification.
Yeah, that's how we're doing it.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, okay, so that goes to reserves, okay. Or does it go to hurricane?
No, this would go, the roof is part of reserves.
Okay,
It's part of reserves, but
Yeah.
it only would go to operational expense if we didn't go forward with the roof.
Okay, got it, thank you.
okay, that
Okay.
makes sense, then we have to expense it, okay. So I don't think we voted on that, but did we?
Did I make it in form of a motion? I don't think so. Okay, so I would make a motion that we approve the ARIS contract and do a not to exceed for $11,000 for the first two phases of the proposal.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 6F, so 6F, just for the record, we discussed in the workshop, that was the kitchen repairs on the ceiling lights and AC ducts, and Leah was consultant on that, and we're going to do some smaller temporary things now and then do that larger work once we get to next year, and we're doing the LaSalle project. So 6F is taken off the agenda. 6G, discussion and approval of lightning / surge protection for the River Club. I think we don't have the estimate yet.
Correct.
So should we put it on for the 24th?
Yes.
Okay. All right, got it.
As part of that research, is that gonna have any impact on, replacing the roof? Timing of that?
No, actually, we had that conversation in facilities. It involves a very large rod on the very top of the building.
Yeah.
And so that, the wiring has to be replaced once they do the tear off, right, Sam? Go ahead, Tim.
Yes, if it gets done before the roof goes in, which
Right.
it appears it will be. The cabling gets glued to the roof. So when the roof gets ripped off, they have to remove the cabling, not damage it, of course, and then after the new roof goes on, they will reattach it to the roof. So 20-foot mast going, this is their proposal so far, so 20-foot mast going directly in the center of the river club.
Does that provide any protection for the tiki?
He says it's a 250-foot radius.
Oh,
Sure.
perfect.
So,
It's like a dome.
But it doesn't really protect trees. Just-
Well,
that's
yeah,
fine.
trees that
Because
electrocute.
trees are their own lightning rods.
The trees are not protectable. They're their own thing.
That electrocute the tiki bar. Okay, so we'll put that on the agenda for the 24th.
Great.
6H, continued discussion on the solid project. I saw Pat come in. Because of our very hard stop, the architect for La Sala is going to be here for the 24th to do the next update. I do have his deck of slides though, which I will send
Great.
around. I did send it to Ken because I didn't realize we were going to be truncating the meeting, and I'll send that out to the group. We did talk, just again for the record, we did talk about having Andy take a look at John Swidrak from Costera, his proposal, so that we can convert that into a contract. And I will bring back on the 24th a proposal for the 10% invoice so that we can kind of understand the whole package. So we're deferring discussion on that till the 24th. I'm just writing all this down at the same time. That was 6H. 6I, discussion regarding resident survey results. We're going to defer that to,
I say we take that into September, Jill. There's no reason to
Okay.
burden the 24th meeting with that at this point.
okay.
Yeah.
So survey will be September. Okay. And I think, I need to get Leah that, the input from the survey anyway, so you'll have a chance to digest that. So let's see, that was item 6I. 6J, discussion regarding the timing of the second meeting in November 2026. Are you okay if that gets discussed in September, probably
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
Belinda
We can
comes
throw that
back?
on. As long as we only need a 30-day notice on the, or 2-week notice on the meeting, I'm fine deferring it until we have a looser agenda. And it's not congested. Yeah.
If I recall correctly, it'll be September when Belinda comes back with the meetings beginning in the new fiscal year with October 1st. So the context would make sense.
Perfect.
So I'll just flag that for her. So that was 6J. 6K, discussion and appointment of new members of the Financial Reserves Advisory Committee. We're going to need to make a change to this agenda item, so I'll need to open it up for public comment. This agenda item will now read, discussion and appointment of new members of the Finance and Reserves Committee, the Fitness and Pool Advisory Committee, and the Landscape Committee. So 3 appointments, not 4, but 3, 1 for each of those. So we're going to make I don't know if we need to have a motion to change the agenda, but I do need to open that up for public comment on this item only. We're just expanding the committees for which we are naming committee members because we have a couple vacancies. So if anybody wants to speak on that topic, Speak now or forever hold your peace, so, okay.
Are you expanding because of resignations?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, we are, and, we put a call, it's a great question, we put a call out to the community. And then we've gotten some responses in, so in one of them, for example, it took us a while to find somebody for the finance committee. So we've got one for finance, one for fitness and pool, and one for landscape, so. All right, so I'm gonna close out public comment, and turn it over, maybe we'll start with finance, Ken? Or well, I guess we should name the people one by one, so let's do it, and then we'll do a blanket approval for all three, is that all right?
Sure.
So, you're nominating Joe?
Joe DiVigilio, has got a very strong background in, engineering, some financial background to go along with that. I think he would be a good addition to the team to give us especially regarding reserves and some projects, to give us a little broader context to some of that work. He's anxious to get on the committee, has expressed interest, and he's very much supported by the whole team.
Oh, great. Okay, good. So we'll tick the box there, and then I'll turn it over to you, Cindy, fitness and pool.
Okay, so for fitness and pool, I would like us to accept the resignation of Sherry Salsa and the nomination of Diane DeStefano. Both Nancy and I have chatted with Diane, and she'll be a decent fit for fitness and pool.
Okay. Great, so that's gonna be we have the two-part there, the
Resignation of
resignation.
Sherry, yes,
I
exactly.
assume we accepted the resignation of Jared Jasper some time ago. And then on
He
landscape,
did.
okay, good. And then on landscape, Ms. Cheryl.
On landscape, we accepted the resignation of Kit Briggs, who is moving completely out of the community. And the landscape committee interviewed 2 candidates and has selected Jim Ham to be a replacement for Kit.
2 M's?
Sorry.
I think so. I think it is HA.
It is 1 M.
Oh, I was wrong.
I know, I always have to look. if I get confused.
Jim Ham, that's a short name, Jim
Yeah,
Ham.
Jim Ham.
Okay, good. So then, just recapping for the record then, Joe G. Virgilio for the Fitness and Finance and Reserves Committee, accepting the resignation of Sherry Souza, and the appointment of Diane DeStefano for Fitness and Pool, and then appointment of Jim Ham for Landscape. So I'll make the motion, we accept all 4 of those actions.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
On that note, before you move on.
Yes.
I would just like to request, I know Belinda or Jacqueline, somebody's listening from Rosetta. I would like to request the names of people who have been interested in facilities committee, because we have one vacancy, and now Bob Crane has also tendered his resignation. So I need to look at who has applied.
Oh, so on that, I guess we could accept Bob's resignation at the time we.
Hi, this is Ken. Please leave a
Oh,
message.
Ken hung up on me. Ken, well, I'll wait for him to call back. Yeah, well, we still have.
So I just wanted to request
Okay.
that formally, so.
Okay. And then, here he comes. You there? Did you hang up on me again?
No, you
Oh,
dropped me.
okay. Sorry. Okay, sorry, Ken.
Do you have to vote on, do you have to vote on me again?
Yeah, we have to vote to, I don't know if we should take a vote. Okay, so we're moving on to item 6L, which is review and discussion of geothermal options and proposal. Just for the record.
Yeah, so lots of questions remain about geothermal. Tim is here, so I don't know if you want to ask some of those questions. We have a little bit of time, right?
Yeah.
We're doing pretty well.
Yeah, we're doing great.
So, Tim, could you, let me go through some of the questions that came up about geothermal that I could not answer. One is, how do you decommission the old geothermal?
Included in that proposal is the complete removal and disposal of the existing system.
So it is removable.
So it is a total removal, and then filling it in with concrete where necessary, I'm assuming?
Well, there should be.
There should be none of that.
Fill anything with.
Like the old well or anything like that?
No, the old well will remain. An
Okay.
additional well will be installed.
That's what I thought.
Okay, so why are we keeping the old well?
Because the volume of water required for this size geothermal,
Uh-huh.
you need an additional well.
You need the 2 wells then to function?
2 wells.
Okay, got it.
And what's going to happen in this proposal, the return line will be drilled near the monument at the entrance to the
Oh,
river.
so it's not too close.
Right, because you'll get what's thermal intrusion, where what's putting back will intrude with what you're taking out.
Got it.
So, just the return line alone will be the new drill. The existing return line will be converted to a supply line.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
And have we replaced any heaters or geothermals in the last 5 to 7 years?
No,
Okay, we all could not remember, and we all thought there might have been a heater that got replaced, but there wasn't.
the gas heater has been replaced.
Oh,
That's-
okay, okay.
Thank you.
Because remember, there's a lot of discussion with Mike Krejci, but I couldn't remember where it all went. Mike's been gone a while from here, so.
And then I'm going down my list of questions here.
Yeah.
Any heaters, will the old heaters, gas heaters just be disposed of?
The gas heater for the spa will remain in place but not be used. It's only there for backup. In case of emergency, it'll be valved off, gas shut off. If something were to happen and we needed an emergency to get the spa back up to temperature, then the gas heater would be reactivated. The other gas heater will be removed, and I think we're getting $1,000 credit. They're going to take that gas heater with them.
And the last question that everybody had is there's a couple of months ago or a month ago, Juliet made the comment, it really isn't urgent. But then at the last facilities meeting, she did say everything is past end of life. And although not urgent, if something breaks, we are going to have a problem. So
Exactly.
can you expound on that? I mean, what happens if we wait a little while?
If you wait a little while, you're just gambling with the eventual breakdown of the unit. They are past their life expectancy. They're also made out of what's called copper copper. That does deteriorate. The new system will be made out of titanium, which will not rust, corrode, or whatever. We found last year when we inspected them that one unit was completely electrically disconnected. Reconnected, it did turn on, but we have no way of knowing what the efficiency is of these units. There is no monitoring system at the units themselves. The new system will have individual monitoring capability, be done via Wi-Fi. The system's monitoring will be transmitted to the installer. Every morning, they go through their list of systems they have and see if there's any issues. If there's an issue, they will respond. And there was $1,200 a year to maintain.
That's what
That would be coming, inspecting, and checking to make sure that nothing's been happening outside, because the internal components are remotely monitored.
So let's say now one of the issues we have is reserves. We're building these reserves for geothermal since it wasn't completely planned for this early over the next 3 years. So if we can defer 1 year, that would be great. What happens, say, we defer and in December, we lose a heater? What are our options?
You probably use a lot more gas to keep the pool at temperature.
Okay,
Because
So
you do
there's a
a
way
gas
to
heater
keep
that
it.
does assist the geothermal.
So
okay.
there are currently 6 geothermal heaters for the big pool,
I think, yeah, and one's for the lap pool.
and then one's for the lap pool. So if one does go down, our gas heating system kicks in to keep it to temperature, but we don't
Well,
know.
to attempt to keep it.
To attempt to keep it at temperature. But we don't know if one of those geothermal units has gone down.
Nope.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
And then the only way we know is if in the summer, if it went down, there'd be no cooling.
Correct,
Got it.
like last summer.
Okay, thank you.
And it is also, is it your understanding that if we get permitted, if we get permitted, that the permits are good for 6 months?
The permits,
Yeah, like if we do the permitting for geothermal,
I'll have to ask the vendor.
okay, right.
I do have another vendor coming in about 45 minutes to take a look.
Oh, okay. Who's
I
that?
don't think, I've reached out to many people and this was the only guy that said, okay, I'll take a look. Everybody else is like, too big a project.
Who is it?
It's called Anthony's Heating and Cooling.
Anthony's, okay.
Okay.
Anthony, got it. Thank you, Tim, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tim.
All right, so hopefully that answers.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of
Yeah, I
questions.
think, I think the nature of things, yeah. So, okay, so to be continued. Okay, so moving on, I think we all decided that item 6M, which was the discussion of landscape proposal, was a duplication of the above. So we will eliminate that one and move on to item number 6N for Nancy, which is discussion regarding the next steps for the open supervisor seat. So again, for the record, we had covered a little bit of this in the workshop. So just for everybody's information, we received a total of 4 intents, and the supervisors have decided that individually we're going to slightly take some different approaches, but we all want some additional time to do some due diligence. So we'll take the next 2 weeks to do that and have some additional discussions, and we will plan to appoint a supervisor at the August 24th meeting, and that person would be, whoever's chosen we would plan to have them sworn in at that meeting. So it would kind of all happen very quickly. So that's the plan there. So if you're a candidate and haven't spoken to us yet, to be continued. Anything else you'd add on that?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
If we haven't announced the person, how would they know to be here to be sworn in?
Well, that's a good question.
Just a little bit.
When you said that, it made perfect sense until
Until it didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
Would we need to swear them in at that meeting, or would we just wait till the next meeting in September? I don't know that one meeting matters.
And I don't know if I want to put that,
September 7th.
That's what I think.
and I wouldn't want to put that person on
Okay.
the spot to approve our budget.
Correct.
Without actually.
Oh, that's
getting
true. You're
to
right.
it.
So I think,
Yeah, that's a
I
good
think we
point.
vote on the supervisor on the
Okay.
24th, and then
Okay.
the swearing in happens on the 7th.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I feel
actually,
really
that makes
bad for that
sense.
individual to say,
Yeah.
yeah, sure, that's great.
That
on
makes
that
sense.
budget.
That's not right. 7th is Labor Day.
It's the 14th.
14th.
Okay.
14th.
Oh, and the reason that popped out of my head is Belinda said she could swear the person in on the 24th. So I was really just parroting
Got it.
Okay.
what she said. So my bad for just being a parrot. And then the last business item is 6O, which is appointment of the new River Club General Manager. I say appointment, I think it's more acceptance because we don't have the right under the contract to say yay or nay, but can I take the opportunity to introduce Leah Warner? If you haven't met Leah yet, Leah, maybe just say a little bit about yourself, if you would.
Okay. I'm Leah Warner. I have been in club industry for going on 15 years. I've been with Hampton Golf for around 4 years. I'm leaving one club with Hampton and coming over to Venetian River Club. I'm super excited to learn. I have not worked with the CDD, but I'm gonna learn a lot about how that kind of works. But I'm looking forward to being here. I've worked with the team as interim manager periodically over the last couple of weeks. You have a really good crew here. And I look forward to getting to know all of you.
Yeah, great, super, thank you very much.
Thank you, Leah. I
So-
had the opportunity to spend a lot of time chatting with you, but I've heard some absolutely fabulous things, so thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, thank you very much, appreciate it. So, and I guess we'll know more about your official start date, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
17th. The 17th of this month, I will be officially
Okay,
moving over to Venetian.
great,
1 week from today.
great.
Probably from today.
Welcome.
So just for the record, so Andy doesn't clonk me over the head at the next meeting, I'm gonna make a motion that we, accept, Leah Warner as our River Club General Manager.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Great, so there are a couple things that Belinda asked if we could take care of in connection with the agenda, a couple business administration items, no consent items. The first is the consideration of the minutes of the Board of Supervisors meeting held on July 13th, 2026. It's behind tab 3. I did notice Ken's name spelled wrong. I didn't see line numbers, but I did notice that misspelling. Did anybody else
I
notice?
did, yes.
Anything else?
Yeah, Darlene Schoenberg's name is misspelled also,
Okay.
right before the fourth order of business. It says
Okay.
Schindler.
Okay, so I will mention, I think Belinda's online, but I'll just make sure that that's. Anything else in terms of edits to the minutes? If not, I'd be looking for a motion to approve the minutes as edited.
I will make that motion.
Second,
Second.
any further discussion? I guess not. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And then 7B, ratification of the operations and maintenance expenditures for the month of June 2026 behind tab number 4. Are there any questions, issues, comments?
I did have a question. It was in regard to a charge that showed up on here that looked like it was from August of last year.
Oh.
And I just wanted to make sure that that was accrued, and I should have wrote it down and I didn't. Let me see if I can find it. There's access in here. And I didn't.
Oh, I see it. Thermoplastic markings, 820.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the parking lot markings. So I am assuming that that would have been accrued for in last year's fiscal.
One would know.
Well, I seem to recall, not that my memory's worth anything these days, but that I thought we approved everything at once and then we're just, Ken, do you remember?
We approved everything, whether Vanessa accrued for this or not, I'm not 100% certain.
Right.
But they did the work.
It should have been,
It should have been accrued? Okay, so
it should
then,
have been, but a lot of times they don't see that it's still open in the work order.
okay, so it might,
So
obviously, it's gonna hit this year's.
I can't tell from this whether she accrued for it or not.
Okay,
Well, I'm sure Belinda's online, but do you want me to make that inquiry?
I'm not sure it'll matter, it'll come out of the reserve.
Yeah.
oh, this is out of the reserves?
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
I'm
part of
sorry,
the
I thought
parking
that
lot
was
job.
operating. All right, fine, not a big
Yeah,
deal.
part of the parking lot job. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
care then. Thank you,
It's
Ken.
always a good question. Okay, cool.
No, this is more of a cash issue than.
Yeah, understood. Okay.
Okay, so if there's no other questions, I'm gonna be looking for a motion to approve 193,617 and 63 cents.
A second.
All those, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So no consent items. The last item on the agenda are supervisor requests or comments. I realized that I had a couple of quick things that I should have covered in the workshop. Do you mind if I do them really quick?
Go for it.
So we got an email from a resident who had a really ugly stain
Yes.
in front of her house.
Yes.
That said, I wonder if we should give it a little bit of time to see how the rains
I went
impact.
by there Friday after some hard rains, and
Yeah.
it looks like it's washing out a little bit.
Okay.
So hopefully with more rains and more traffic over it, it will But everything we've tried is,
Were we able to isolate the vendor that came in and caused that problem based on admissions in through the gate? No. Okay,
So,
good, okay.
oh, sorry, I'm
No,
sorry.
that's okay. I was just wondering if there was a way to narrow it down. I know the timeframes were questionable.
Yeah, Keith and I talked about that as well.
Okay,
And it's really hard to do, trying to figure out who was working in that area at that time.
okay,
And we also talked about giving it some time to bleach out, see what would happen. But expressing concern that it's not gonna erode the asphalt at
Right.
all.
right.
Because that's the other
So-
option, I guess, right, is to put some,
well, you can,
Sealant on
you know, like they can go in and take the top off and re-asphalt it or seal it, you know, with a asphalt sealer,
well,
you know.
Well, sealant will prevent it from fading away or
Right,
it would make it more difficult to bleach out.
correct.
so,
Does it-
The next time Rick comes in, maybe he should be looking at it to see if he's got a
Do you
new
want- do
suggestion.
you want
I'll
to
get
talk to
with
Rick?
Rick.
You'll talk to Rick. I think we should let Mrs. Lynch know what's happening.
Does it make sense though to have a cleaner come in and at least try to clean some of it up?
We did,
Oh, you did it already?
yeah, we've had the pressure washer and all that over there with different stuff and it just,
The
Okay.
problem is we don't know
the street
what-
cleaner isn't gonna,
Yeah.
you know, it's
No,
taking a, you know, a little tiny shot back to,
I think as long as she knows that we're doing something about it, I think that'll.
I was shocked at how big it was
bad.
and bad.
It's huge.
It's
It is huge. I went
Yeah.
after a rainstorm and thought I won't be able to see it, and it's
No.
disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, great. So Ken, between you and Keith, you'll get to Mrs. Lynch?
Yep.
Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely. So just a couple other quick things. I want to let you know that, Byron and I had about an hour-long session over in the storage unit, going through boxes, looking for receipts pertaining to the, legal matter with Vesta. We came up with about a box and a half of stuff, one of which is some receipts. So I have not had time to go through them yet. I did talk to Rich Goodman. I think that they're probably already accounted for, in my guess, in what he has, because he mentioned that he'd seen that box, but perhaps we can discuss this at the shade meeting.
Okay.
On the 24th. I'll just hang on to the box. Ken,
Do you want me to comment on that? as
please,
well?
yes, please.
'Cause I did have a long conversation with Rich and get updated on a lot of this. He sent me some emails which I've been through. I've also talked to Andy. I had a conference call with Andy and Mike, our outside counsel. We're trying to get what I'm trying to do is get my hands around, and I appreciate Jill, yours and Byron's help, and I've made a suggestion to Rich, and he was gonna talk to Byron, so I don't know where that stands about possibly doing some additional research on site that I don't have access to. Also, he would like to get a couple of hard drives where he can download or upload all of the
Mhm.
files he has on his computers
Yep.
to hard drives, Joe.
Yes,
that he
I'll
could
take care of that.
Send to you, me, and Byron, so we all have the same information.
Okay, we'll get through.
Um,
Okay, yeah,
I'll continue to plod through those.
okay.
And it's always interesting because you can interpret some things, you can't interpret other things, and I understand where he's coming from. And I think the purpose of having a shade meeting, hopefully on the 24th, before our regular meeting, is to get our hands around order of magnitude and see where we want to go from there.
Okay, got it.
Rich and I are meeting this afternoon.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get 3. I think Rich suggested a 512 gig. So, either I'll get thumb drives or
Okay.
whichever's cheaper, thumb drives or external drives. I'm not a fan of external drives, so, but whatever. Okay, and then you'll talk to Andy about a shade meeting, so, okay. Just 2 other quick things. We had talked about a budget memo that would go out to the community. You know, we used to do it as part of the newsletter, just explaining, do we think we want to do that? Do you want me to take a whack at it, and bring it on the 24th? Remember this little doodad?
Yeah, have we heard anything about the letter that already went out? Because I haven't heard anything.
I had one
back.
person call me who was confused because she saw the 3550,
Right,
and I said it's because it's missing the debt.
and that's what I have explained to 2 residents so far
It
as well.
might be a whole lot of work for a lot of nothing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, hey, look,
I mean, it's not,
Yeah.
we did it that one year because there was an assessment.
right.
Yeah, I think in the normal course of business, the letter explains itself.
Yeah.
and I think it's fine.
it had always kind of been done in conjunction with the newsletter, but that kind of went over the gunnels last year because I was busy with other things. But, okay, good, cool. And then lastly, I just want to let you all know that Hampton's doing a great job, all the staff, Shelley, Leah, Jamie, on categorizing all the lightning damage, because we have had a lot of, our audio system was fried. We had POS systems fried. What else was fried?
There was heaters in the spa. I'm not sure if they've been fixed yet.
Yeah.
Um,
With the atomic clock?
Phones in my office.
Yeah.
They've been
Stuff was
replaced.
fried. Okay.
yeah, wiring for internet, obviously a tree, which is, we're gonna figure that out.
Yeah.
Gosh, I have a whole sheet on it.
So
There's a
you're
lot.
categorizing, you're taking pictures where appropriate
Mhm.
and keeping receipts.
Receipts and estimates.
Good, so
Some
that we
things
can,
are
and that will all
just-
go to Belinda
Yes.
to file with
Yes.
the insurance company.
Yep, Jamie and Belinda are touching base on that, but because
Some,
it's,
some things like Wi-Fi, we couldn't get an estimate on, that has to be instant.
yeah. And the auto system's gonna be a big nut.
Yeah,
That's expensive. So anyway, I wanted you to know that was going on. I guess the only other thing, and maybe we can take it offline, Leah, and then talk about it, on the 24th. Whether we need to close the club for the installation of the restaurant equipment, or how that's gonna work, or for any other work for that matter. But
yeah, we're trying to schedule it on a Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
Worst comes to worst, we have to close on a Wednesday. So potentially 1 day closure for install, but I don't know that that's gonna be necessary.
Okay. All right. That was all I had on my other stuff list. Anybody else?
Go ahead.
I just have one thing, which is just a quick note that, I don't know if you guys saw the email yet from the person in the front who said.
Yes, that's what I was gonna bring up.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
Oh, yes.
since the fence has been put in, there have been no trespassers. So we have effectively solved the problem, which I'm surprised at, frankly, because those kids were pretty aggressive,
I know,
but I'm very happy.
yes,
So-
I'm very happy.
And they're very happy up on.
And it looks fabulous.
It does look
Looks
fabulous.
fine.
It looks absolutely
Yeah.
fabulous.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the woman
I thought you were talking
leaning with
about-
the lawn.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. The
You know,
LED
that lady,
lighting
we were gonna do her
and a couple of
stuff.
other things.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
If you go over there and look now,
yeah. Oh,
it's this green and then.
well, but the
It's
problem is she's contacting the board, so somebody's
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah,
deal
and
with
we've
her.
been out there a couple times,
Okay.
and frankly, and just so you know, that is common area, just like every other common area. We get emails
Okay.
about saying, why
Okay.
don't you water it? We don't have irrigation in common areas.
Right.
She just happens to be next to a common area. During rainy season, it'll be fine. It will dry up a little.
Sure.
And we're not gonna irrigate all the common areas. It doesn't make any sense, so, and that's what we've said, and so Keith is gonna follow up with her again.
Okay, thank you.
Great. So in line with that, obviously we are still under a little bit of a drought, right? We haven't recouped and we haven't been cleared yet. So my question is because bless you, there was the property at 105 Martelago that was looking at having some sod put in and we were gonna clean up that area into the pond. I was curious to know if we're gonna start doing that, or does that fall under the common area? Because we were gonna address that with her,
That behind the,
over by the 11th, no, wait, wrong home. Yeah, the 11th,
well, that irrigation is, can be controlled by the homeowner.
okay,
And we can go ahead and I can get the bid for the sod.
okay, great,
And, with the rain and hopefully we keep for a while, but the homeowner will have to,
irrigate. That would be my question, are we issuing watering variances yet?
sure.
Okay, all right, so then we.
Yeah, understand that
look
the
at
irrigation water that we use is reclaimed water. It's not palatable water, so
Okay.
it doesn't fall really in any, and we're only doing 1 day a week anyway,
Okay,
unless there is a variance, but it really doesn't have a whole lot to do with our irrigation water.
so we
It's
can
the
take.
water coming out of your spout or your spigot that is what
Okay,
they're talking about.
so then we can take a look at that work along that pond then.
Correct.
Okay, great, thank you.
And I think the only other issue we had was the woman who was here about fire hazard.
Oh,
Oh,
Behind
yes.
her house, we did go out.
And I did talk with the fire marshal.
Okay,
And he told me, he said, well, it's the word in itself, preserve. He said, nope. And,
okay,
And actually, we went and looked together and her preserve is 2 or 3 times as far back as mine.
Oh,
yours is
Like-
closer?
Oh, yeah, mine is very closer. And she does have some special circumstances, which I understand, but we talked to her about her needing to take those matters into her own hands and be able to address that. But she's got a lot of room between the preserve
Okay.
and her house.
Okay, good.
okay. Ken, do you have anything?
I just wanted to mention that I will likely miss the September 14th meeting because I'll be in Europe and between time differences and access, I doubt I'll be able to dial in for that.
Okey dokey. You're excused. Have fun.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have anything you'd like to add, Leah, before we go? Is there anything you need from us or?
I think everything will be offline.
Okay,
Okay, great.
Very good.
Better.
all
We'll have to
right.
schedule like a sit down.
Yeah,
So,
I will.
Yeah.
Good, okay, well, welcome again.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you.
Yeah,
Um,
very excited.
Rick, are we good with you? I saw you with a bunch of paper.
Just a couple things. The curb repairs for Portofino.
Oh, yeah.
When I was at the last meeting, I went back there to look, and it was probably 10 or so, and I painted them up. The vendor is going to be out here either the end of the week or first of next week to finish them up.
Great.
And then the added speed bump at the entrance was installed, and
Yeah.
they squared up all the other
Yeah.
the areas that we.
They look great,
So,
yeah.
and that's really all I had. I just gave Keith a thing for the minutes, just a minor
Okay.
little correction there, so.
While you're here, Rick, can Rick go look at the street?
Yeah.
We have a huge stain and we don't know what it is.
Okay, that's right.
Montaluna.
Montaluna, yeah, go up Padoma and take a right on Montaluna.
You can't miss it if you
You can't,
show up
yeah,
around
yeah, you
350
won't miss
Montaluna. It's huge.
Okay, I'll go look at it now. Yeah, Ken, did you have something?
No, I was gonna ask Rick to do the same.
Okay. Sounds good, okay.
Good,
Thank you.
okay. Well, thank you for coming for all that stuff, Rick. So Keith, do you have anything else we need?
No,
Okay, so I'm gonna look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second? Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Wow.
Record?
Woo!
Thank you very much.